everyone, it's Jen and Lindsay, and it's my painting day. It's Wednesday. It's a short week this week because we didn't work on Monday, so we were a little thrown off this week. Yesterday, at the end of the day, I was like, shoot, I got to get the piece prep for the painting tomorrow. So Lindsay and I are here today with our semi-painting project, and we are going to be working on a door hanger. It is our Hello Sweet Summer Ice Cream door hanger, and it's adorable. I did a lot of prep work for it because there's a lot of pieces and I really want to dress it up. So I want to make sure we have time for all of that. So I have everything base coated for you. Lindsay is going to put the links in for the piece. If you want to grab it, we always do a special deal. The deal for this door hanger for this week is going to be good until next Wednesday. You can get this door hanger for $9.95, Lindsay.
Yep.
Yeah, $9.95 for the door hanger. So the Hello Sweet Summer door hanger is going to be $9.95 from now until Wednesday of next week. So make sure you grab this for that discounted price if you want to paint along with me and do this project because it's cute. I mean, like, it's super cute. I decided to do mine like what is Neapolitan? Neapolitan.
Yeah.
Sorry, I always say it wrong. Neapolitan.
She's from West Virginia.
I'm from West Virginia. We say things differently there. But anyways, I have like chocolate and then vanilla and strawberry on mine because it has like 3 different layers. It's adorable. So
Neapolitan is like the best ice cream because if you're undecided, you can get
3 in one, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
So that's how I'm going to do mine. But you're more than welcome to do your own. As always, once the project is finished, we will post a photo of it on our website and then on like the cover page of the YouTube website. So you can see that. And we always list the piece there, the colors that we use under the surface as well. So look for those things there. If you are new to us, thanks for joining us. If you thanks for joining us. If you are a repeat viewer, thanks for coming back. Lindsay and I are, these are quick and easy projects. So we're always over here on Wednesdays at 1 o'clock and working on fun projects. So make sure that you join us at 1 o'clock on Wednesdays for our projects.
So we have Terry's joining us.
Hi, Terry.
And then Phyllis from Gray, Ohio. You're not joking, Phyllis. It is gray today.
It is gross out there.
Like,
you're not
rain
wrong.
can just go away.
It can't. I'm done.
You know?
I'm done. It puts me in a mood.
Yeah.
So we've got that going on today. Lindsay and I are here. We're going to be working on that. And that is the project we've got going on. So if you have questions along the way, let us know. I'm probably going to ask you guys suggestions as we go because I always do that. We do a base part. So like we paint everything base wise so that you can know what it would be if it was not really dressed up anymore, and you can just quickly get it done for resale if you want to do it that way. And then we go a little bit further with it and add some detailing to it to dress it up a little bit. So we're going to do that as well today.
Really quick before I get started, let me do some housekeeping here.
Yeah, housekeeping stuff.
So we got another new pattern from Chris.
Yes.
It goes in, if you are familiar, we released the interchangeable plaque last week.
Yep.
With a Star Spangled Spirit.
Yep.
Hey, I said it.
You did.
And now we have the next design, which is Beautiful.
Summer Day.
To say that.
Yeah, beautiful. So it's the theory behind the interchangeables, guys, is you can take the one kit, flip it over, and do the back side of it. Okay, so the patriotic is on one side, and then theoretically you can do the beautiful on the back side. However, you don't have to do it that way. You can have individual ones for each one, but they do have like a thing in the back. We're going to do a video on them, but they have a little spot in the back that you can pop those pieces out and replace them. So that is the new piece from Chris Wood that's out, and then we also have another really cool thing coming up. So
and I can announce this. You cannot purchase this until next week.
Yeah. So it's going to go live on Monday, so it's not available yet. But
we're just going to be bad because we're unsupervised, and
we're doing it whether she likes it or not.
So
if you remember Hocus Pocus from last year, so Chris did like a Halloween set of ornaments. It was called Hocus Pocus. So we're doing a different set this year. It's called Jeepers Creepers, and it is a set of 5 ornaments. So each, like before, what will happen is you'll get the pattern in one ornament in the pattern, and it's a set of 5. So those are the new pieces that are coming out Monday, yes.
And there will be a couple of videos. Not everyone is going to have a video.
Yeah. I know the candy corn one does.
Candy corn does, and I think there's like a shorty on, it's either the ghost or the mug.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's coming out Monday, and then I think the videos come out starting Tuesday.
Yes, I think so.
But that starts next week, and she split this year's into 2 different series.
Yeah.
So this is the first Halloween series, and then we're going to have another one a little later on.
Yeah.
Just to kind of like make it easier.
Yeah.
But this is the first one. This comes out Monday.
Yeah. So Monday, those will all be available. My job after I finish this live is to go over and finish putting those online. Well, between now and tomorrow, I got to get all that online. So there will be a bundle available where you can get them all. So we do have that going on.
Yeah.
Anything else housekeeping wise we need to talk about, Lindsay, or can I?
Oh,
one more thing.
more.
Okay. One more thing.
Next Facebook Live.
Oh yeah, Facebook Live. You guys are always asking.
June 18th. And we are 99.9% sure that date's going to stick.
Listen.
And there was a reason we said 99.9.
There's always a chance.
If the powers that be say change the date, we have to change the date.
Which is what happened last time.
That's what happened last time. The powers that be said change the date.
Let's do it now.
Yeah.
So anyways, that's the next Facebook Live. So look forward to that. Put that on your calendars. June 18th at 1 o'clock, we will be here with a Facebook Live. And I believe that is a Wednesday, right, Lindsay?
Yeah, it is a Wednesday because we can't do Tuesdays anymore. It screws us up. We always do Facebook Live on Wednesday. We did it on Tuesday and it screwed us up.
It was a mess. It was a mess. It was an absolute mess. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
That's all me. I'm done.
Okay, Lindsay's done with all of her goodies. All right, so we're gonna get started. For Lindsay, you can flip the camera and let us know if you're here, guys. We always love to chit chat. I brought over the regular surface so you could see all of it before I started base coating because I have my pieces all kind of base coated. So your hello is one word, sweet is all separate letters, and summer is one word. And then you've got your cherry, which has its stem attached. You've got your top layer, your middle layer, your bottom layer, and then you've got 2 layers to your cone, and then of course your circle. So I just wanted to show you guys that piece. Luke, can I do that one? Thank you, honey. Okay. This is what I've done so far. I kind of did a good bit of prep yesterday afternoon because I wanted to make sure that we could get this project finished. So I base coated all of my pieces. We'll talk about, I'm going to do this needs another coat, this needs another coat, that needs another coat. So we're going to do some more coats on them, but I just wanted to kind of let you guys know what we're doing. For this one, for my hello, I used milk chocolate. So let's go ahead and work with this. Milk chocolate is what I've got here.
I mean, that's a good choice considering a Neapolitan has
chocolate ice cream. I was really thinking about it.
Bad we don't have French vanilla as a color anymore.
I know, wouldn't that be so nice? So I'm using my angle brush and I'm just going to quickly do another coat on this hello because I can still see some of the MDF on the back there and I don't want to be able to see that on this. So I'm going to just do a quick coat here with my angle brush. If you guys think of like another brush is easier to use, I say go for it. I'm very comfortable with my angles. I love that they have that little point on them. It helps me, I think, get through some of this easier stuff quickly. So.
And I'm the same way. When I paint, I mainly use the angles.
Yeah. I love the literally I base coated all this stuff with angles yesterday.
And we know that that's not the proper way to do it.
No.
But it's what we're comfortable with. And we're all about, do what you're comfortable with.
Yeah. So if you're new to painting and you're not sure and you're like, but I don't know how I would feel about that brush, listen, I'm all about it. Now, some of the stuff, you're going to have to use like a comb to do like beards and stuff. I get that. But like if you if you feel more comfortable with something like this, I say go for it. I also don't stress about like getting paint on the outside edges. One, I don't resell these. They literally go in the store as samples. Some of them I take home. I haven't taken very many home, but a couple of them I've taken home. But I don't stress about that because I'm not selling them to anybody. So I don't stress about that either. I know some people probably that would drive them crazy. But you could always do that finger trick and put some paint on your finger and then rub it around the edge if you're worried about that. But this is the way I like to do it. Please excuse my sniffling. I've got allergies crazy going on right now. So if I'm sniffling, I'm sorry. I did blow my nose right before we started just to be safe, but it's still, when my head's down, I just feel like it's running right on out. So get that second coat of milk chocolate on here. And I'm not going to have to do multiple coats on a lot of these pieces. There are a couple that I just need to hit real quick, but I didn't want to do everything because then I'm like, what am I going to paint when I'm over there other than dressing up? And we want it to be both ways. We want it to be a little more basic for people, but we also want you to be able to dress up some of those pieces too. So I just thought, well, if it needs another coat, I'll hit it. If it doesn't, we're good to go. I think that's going to be pretty good. All right. So I also use milk chocolate for my top layer. So let's go ahead and do another coat on that. This reminds me of like the Dairy Queen swirl.
I almost said it.
Yeah.
I was thinking that actually this color reminds me of like the fudge dip.
Yeah, the chocolate dip. Yeah. Fun fact, I used to work at Dairy Queen for a long time. Another fun fact, I don't like ice cream. I know it's weird. I know it's weird. Everybody in my family thinks it's weird. I worked at an ice cream shop and I don't even like ice cream.
I've seen her eat it, but she really doesn't enjoy it.
That's the thing. It's like, when I say I don't like it, it's not that I don't eat it. I do have it. It's just not something I'm like, oh, ice cream sounds so good. You know, like some people are like, oh my gosh,
Like
you need
Papa
to get this.
John.
He
Papa
loves
John
ice cream.
Is an ice cream fiend.
He is.
I can't tell you how many times Papa John has taken us out for ice cream.
I can't tell you how many times he said we should open an ice cream shop.
Yeah.
And I
He
said,
really wanted us to.
yeah. And I said, I'm not working with food.
And we both said no.
And he said, we'll hire like high school kids to do it. I was like, I'm not dealing with food. And I'm not training a bunch of young kids to work at an ice cream shop. So no. But yeah, so I don't like ice cream. What's your favorite flavor of ice cream, Lindsay? Give me a good one.
Oh, well, that's a difficult one. I like mint chocolate chip a lot.
I like mint chocolate
when I go
chip.
to United Dairy Farmers.
Yeah.
Which, if you don't have United Dairy Farmers, it's like a
gas station.
quickie mart,
Yeah.
like kind of thing, but they have ice cream, like an ice cream stand or
case. Yeah.
whatever. I always get mint chocolate chip hot fudge
Okay.
sundae.
Okay.
That's what I always get. Now, if I'm buying it for myself in the store,
Mm-hmm.
I usually get.
For home.
I'm a fan of Neapolitan because that way
me
my
too.
husband and I can both be satisfied in there.
Yeah.
You know,
It's a little bit for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like me some cookie dough.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you were to go to Dairy Queen, what would you order at Dairy Queen?
Cookie dough blizzard, extra cookie dough.
Okay. I got one.
That's my go-to order. Yeah.
Cookie dough blizzard, extra cookie dough.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I go to Dairy Queen, which I don't go very often, but if I do, my order is a Reese's peanut butter cup blizzard
That's what my husband gets.
made with chocolate ice cream.
Oh.
That is my go-to. Now, the exception to the rule is during Thanksgiving, like during the fall,
Is it pumpkin pie blizzard?
the pumpkin pie blizzard.
Oh, chef's kiss.
All day long, pumpkin pie
Chef's
blizzard.
kiss. That pumpkin pie blizzard is.
All day long. Like,
Yeah.
all day long. So,
And our Dairy Queen closes down.
oh, so yours is open all year long.
Yeah, see, our Dairy Queen is like usually beginning of March to like end of October-ish in town. So
Gotcha. Yeah.
you have
Ours
to
is
hurry
super-
up and get that pumpkin pie blizzard.
Yeah, I love it. So if I'm gonna have ice cream, if my husband or my kids are like, let's go, then that's my order. Now I do love sherbet. I will say that. I do like sherbet.
Speaking of sherbet, Paula is joining us from Pennsylvania. My favorite ice cream flavor is peach or orange sherbet
Oh,
with vanilla.
yes, Paula, I
Now-
love it.
Speaking of UDF,
Yeah.
they have a peach something. I'm not sure if it's ice cream or sherbet,
Okay.
but
Is it good?
it's supposed to be like super popular, and I've never been able to get it.
Why?
That's
It's not-
because
they
it's
don't have
popular.
it.
It's because it's
It's
popular.
out. It's sold
Yeah.
out. Oh,
My
okay.
dad loves it, and
Okay.
I'm just like, I've never had it, so I might have to try it. But orange sherbet, yeah, that's another. Like, if I'm trying to be a little more healthier, 'cause
Yeah.
a lot of times sherbet's a little bit healthier.
Yeah, it has less sugar in it.
Yeah, I will get orange sherbet.
Okay.
And actually, speaking of sherbet, that liquid IV I had this morning was sherbet.
Yeah.
It was good. It was tasty.
Good.
But yeah, ice cream's one of those things. Sometimes every once in a while I get butter pecan. I
That
haven't
is
been
my
moved for that.
husband's favorite. Like,
Have to
he
be in the mood.
loves butter pecan. So every once in a while, I don't like, because I don't really like ice cream, I don't think to buy ice cream. And every once in a while I'll be like, can you get me butter pecan? And I'm like, sure. Because I just don't eat it. And
Now,
then he eats it on.
If we're talking popsicles, you and I had this discussion this morning.
Yeah, we did.
My favorite popsicle is always going to be the bomb pops, or I think they call them firecrackers, depending on
Yeah.
which. It's the red,
What
white, and
brand
blue.
you get?
Yeah, the red, white, and blue popsicles. I get one box a year. That has been my favorite for as long as I can remember. Still my favorite.
That's funny to me.
Yeah. So
See, I don't eat popsicles. I have like, my teeth are sensitive to cold, and that's probably one of the reasons why I don't really
I
care
don't
for
eat
ice
them
cream
often.
that
My
much.
husband makes fun of me because I always buy one box a year and it lasts me probably
All year?
5 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually buy them late spring, like right
When
about
you
now.
buy it, do you go home and immediately have one?
Yes,
And then the rest sit for a while?
they
or-
sit for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just call that at our house, Lindsay.
What?
That is called willpower. Like, you don't have to eat it all at once,
Right.
right?
Right.
Some people have willpower. My mom has no willpower when it comes to sweets If it's there,
No,
she's got to have it.
my husband, like every once in a while when we don't buy ice cream much to have in the house.
Yeah.
Really. He'll buy, like we'll buy a pint because it's just the two of us and we can't never agree on flavors, but typically. And he'll buy a pint and he'll eat it in one sitting. I can eat on a pint for like 2 weeks.
Oh my gosh.
Like I'll just have a couple bites.
Will he then eat yours?
No, because he doesn't
Okay.
like he doesn't like most of the flavors I get. He likes mainly ice creams with peanut butter. He's
Yeah, and you're
obsessed
not a
with
big peanut butter girl.
And I'm not a big peanut butter.
You'll eat it, but
I'll
it's
eat
not
it,
your
but
favorite.
it's just you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can eat on a pint of ice cream for weeks.
That's funny.
So
Okay, so that was like buttermilk. So let me tell you what I did for my strawberry flavor. So for my strawberry layer, I used cactus flower. Okay, so that's what I used. That's good. I don't need another coat on that. Then for the top of my cone, I used antique white because you guys know I love antique white. I also use antique white on the base part. So antique white for that and that. That's what I used for that. That does not also need another coat. So let me scoop some of this stuff out of the way. And then I'm going to go to the bottom of my cone. And for my bottom of my cone, I used espresso. And it does need another coat. So let's do a quick little coat on that.
Paula says, I'm dating myself, but vanilla or root beer popsicles.
Okay, no, Paula, you're not, because I grew up with root beer and lemon and root beer popsicles because my dad loved lemon. So we always had lemon popsicles and root beer popsicles. So you're not dating yourself
never
at
had
all.
root beer popsicle.
You never had a root beer popsicle?
No, but I could be on board with it.
Yeah, you could. She loves root beer. You could 100% be on board with it. Yeah, we used to always have
vanilla makes me think of the pudding pops. You remember those?
Yeah.
When we were kids, Jello used to make these pudding pops, and they were delicious. They were vanilla chocolate or chocolate vanilla swirl.
Yeah.
And dare I say, Bill Cosby was the spokesperson. He always had these commercials, and they were delicious. And of course, they don't do them anymore because,
well,
yeah, but
jail and all.
Yeah, jail,
prison and all.
Well, and he died, didn't he?
Yeah, he died now,
yeah. But you know, they were the best. But
all right, so I got my second coat of espresso on here. I'm still using the same brush. I have other brushes pulled. I haven't even picked one up. This is what I do. I just keep going. So I got my second coat of espresso. And I wanted to get, like I said earlier, I wanted to get a lot of this base coated because I wanted to be able to play today. I didn't want to have to worry about like this kind of stuff.
because we know you guys can base coat.
Yeah, you guys know how to do all
You
this
guys know how
stuff.
to do that. She doesn't need to do that.
No. But I want to show you guys some fun stuff too. So, okay. Oh, look at that. I got paint on that. Okay. So my second coat on that. And then the other thing that I did with espresso is my stem of my cherry. So let me do that real quick too, because it needs another coat. I can still see some of the brown on there. I think this cherry is so cute.
And if you're just joining us, Jen is painting the Hello Sweet Summer ice cream door hanger.
Yep.
And like we have been doing in past videos, from now until next Wednesday at midnight, this hanger is on a special price for $9.95. And the link will be put in the chat.
Lindsay puts all of our links in for us. So you guys, if you're ever shopping and you're like, what was that thing that she used in that? Or what did Chris do? The links are always put in there. So you can always hop over there. Okay, so I use True Red for my cherry and it does need another coat real quick. So let me do that. And then we're going to move on to some fun stuff. Get a little bit bigger brush. Maybe 3/4 inch on this one.
3/4 inch.
Or 3/8 inch, sorry.
Well, I didn't even see the brush. I was like, wow, she wants to get it done like that.
Big Mama Jamma. Okay, so we'll get the second coat of True Red on our cherry. You guys ready? Did you guys have a good weekend? It was a long weekend. Did everybody else have a long weekend? It was nice. I had a great time. We golfed 3 days. We're puppy sitting for our son and his fiance. They're on vacation with her family. So we are puppy sitting their adorable little guy. So he's giving us a run for our money because he's still a puppy. And we have an old dog, so we're not used to all the energy. So he's wearing me and my husband out, but we're doing it. We're making it. Lindsay had a busy weekend. She had a graduation party. Her nephew graduated. And then you had Legion stuff, right?
I was at the Legion for 2 days.
Yeah, she played cornhole. She got sunburned because she did not listen to me and wear sunscreen.
Yeah, it was bad.
She was a bad girl. Okay, so True Red is my cherry. All right. So if you're a basic painter and you don't want to do anything else to this, you do not have to. I think it's adorable the way that it is. Just kind of base coated, flat, got some really cool colors in there. However, that's not how we do things. We have to dress this bad boy up. So I pulled some paint, and here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start with my pink, which it was the cactus flower. Okay. I pulled Wild Berry. And I'm going to do some shading on the edges of my strawberry piece. So I have got my 3/8 inch angle. Yeah, 3/8 inch. And I'm just going to do some little shading around the outside edge of this.
All the bristles.
On all the surface, all the time.
And she is in here. She's lurking.
Lurking Linda. Every time I do this, I think of you. Okay. There's just something about adding this. I don't know. It just finishes it to me. So I like to do this on pieces if I can. So I'm going to bring that strawberry flavor to life here. Because you know, like when you're eating ice cream and it starts to drip, right? It's going to be darker at the bottom, right?
She says, love you, girl.
Where it's piling up on the bottom, waiting on you to swoop it up.
That's when it starts dripping. That's when my dog's sitting in front of me like, hey,
Mom, share.
you want us to help you there?
Yeah. You look like you need some help. Okay.
Actually, when we go to Dairy Queen, if I don't get a Blizzard, I always get a vanilla, how do you say that? You worked at Dairy Queen. When you take the vanilla cone and you dip it in chocolate, what's it called?
Chocolate dip. Yeah.
I always get a chocolate dip cone. And I eat all the chocolate off. I get rid of all the chocolate evidence, eat about half of the ice cream, and then let my dog split it.
I will tell you, as an ex-Dairy Queen employee, the scariest part of working at Dairy Queen is learning the dip. Because you lose that ice cream in there. It's a mess.
I always wondered that. Like, what happens if it doesn't stay on the cone?
Yeah.
Like,
well, the problem.
You have to replace the fudge or
you have to
the candy dip or whatever.
You have to scoop it out. You have to get it out of there. But the thing is, when I worked there, everybody's stressed about the swirl on the top. That's easy compared to dipping the Coke because
it's all in the wrist.
Your ice cream, it is.
Yeah.
And your ice cream has to be a certain temperature for it to like not want to move. And if you've had to change it because the bag was empty, because it all comes from a bag.
Right.
And so if you have to change it and the bag was empty and it's not the right temperature and it's super soft, you can definitely use it. So it's like learning how quickly to like it out and it not fall. Did you like my sound effects, guys?
Yeah, your sound effects.
I told you every time I got to do my sound effects. Okay. Now, when I do that, I am just going to add some water here because I have some lines from my shading because I went really heavy on the water. I want to make sure that moves. So I'm just going to add a little bit of water and kind of brush that in and hopefully it will blend in a little bit. I think it's going to. It looks like it. So if you get crazy with your shading like me, you can just easily add some water to that and that will soften that up. All right, so there's that. And then here's what I was thinking.
Uh-oh.
I know. I was thinking about this yesterday when I was working on this. I think it will be fun to kind of ombre this a little bit, the summer part, because it's just the way the lettering is. So I'm going to use my number 3 Spectacular stencil brush, and I'm just going to ombre the top of this because I think this will look cool. And I like that it's all one letter, like all connected. So I think this will look kind of cool. So I thought about this yesterday when I was working on this over on my desk. So I'm just going to use my number 3 Spectacular stencil. And I've got very light paint on here. I don't want it to be like harsh. I want it to really blend in. So, and again, I'm using Wild Berry for this on top of Cactus Flower. Let me just do this quickly. And I just thought this might be a fun little thing to do to it. So it doesn't look like it's just painted across there. Do you guys ombre a lot of your stuff? I feel like I'm doing more and more of it. I really like the way that it looks. It's a fun little thing to add. Because I don't think a lot of people, like, it looks more complicated, I think, to do than it actually is. So to me, it doesn't take long to do, and it just makes it look a little more professional, even though I'm definitely not professional. Takes a little more time, but I like the way it looks. Okay. Get a little bit more paint. Almost put that in red. That would have been bad. That would have been really bad. Okay. Finish up my R here. Then we're going to move on. All right. I really like this. Okay. So we got that done. So we got our summer ombre. I like that. Okay. Next, I don't need to do anything to the cone because let me tell you why. We've got this layer over the top of it and you're not going to see anything. Because we've got that layer there, it's got your line here. I think you're good. I don't think we need to do anything to that. I might change my mind. I don't know. But we don't need to do anything to that. So we got that. So we've got our cone. We've got our pink piece, so our strawberry layer, right? All right. Now we've got our vanilla layer. And I pulled over... I'm going to try antique white and see what this looks like because I used antique white on the back and on the cone. So let me see what this is going to, I sprayed paint everywhere. Let me see what this looks like on here. We've got a little bit of antique white. Get that on my brush pretty good there. Yes, I like this. Okay. Almost looks toasted. Soften up.
Maybe it's not vanilla. Maybe it's marshmallow.
Maybe it's marshmallow ice cream. Yeah, it could be toasted marshmallow ice cream on my strawberry. That would actually sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so let's do this. We'll just pull this around. And again, guys, this is the Hello Sweet Summer door hanger. Pretty new. Hasn't been on the site too long. But we do have that special price if you guys wanted to grab this one and do it. Okay, almost done with this. So this is bleached sand, right? Yeah, no, light buttermilk, light buttermilk, sorry. Light buttermilk and antique white. Okay, so I like that. Oh, yeah, I like that a lot. Okay.
Marianne Eversole just joined.
Hi, Marianne.
She says got her package yesterday when she got home from her surgery. She dislocated her elbow and broke arm from elbow to wrist. Had surgery on the 8th and they had to redo it yesterday. 2 surgeries within 3 weeks.
Oh, my goodness, girl. I hope you feel better.
Yeah.
That's craziness. All right, so keeping with the theme here, since I did to the ice cream part, I want to use it also on the sweet. I'm just going down that one side though. Okay, so let me sweet here. Not going all the way, just kind of off to the side. Bring a little bit of shadowing in here. Anybody have any questions, Lindsay?
No, they're all pretty quiet.
Nobody's told me their favorite ice cream except for one person.
Yeah, let us know what your favorite ice cream is.
I want to know.
I mean, and don't be ashamed. If you like it all.
Say I love it all.
Yeah.
I haven't met an ice cream I don't like. That should be your answer.
Yep.
That's what my mom would say. Okay, so I got my W.
Speaking of ice cream, when you were in Europe, did you have? I can't remember. Did you have the soft serve?
My sister and Brad did. I did not,
Oh, yeah,
but
'cause you
I don't
didn't.
like it. So yeah.
That's actually my all-time favorite.
Yeah.
Is the soft serve served in the UK.
Yeah, they did.
So Catherine says coffee ice cream.
Oh, I could be down with some coffee ice cream.
My mother-in-law loves coffee ice cream on her apple pie.
Okay.
I find that an unusual combination.
That seems odd to me, but
she
might be
loves
onto
it.
something.
Yeah.
Is that the only time she has it on apple
No,
pie?
I think she'll eat it other times.
Okay.
She loves coffee, so.
Me too.
Terry says she only likes vanilla, and there's nothing wrong with vanilla.
No, like my dad, we would go to the Dairy Queen. He would only get vanilla ice cream. He was like very, very like, this is it. This is all I want. Like
vanilla is very versatile.
Oh, heck yeah, it is.
You can get vanilla, and then you can doctor it up.
You 100% could if you want to. If not, you can have it just like that.
Someone said, "Oh, yum." I wonder, is that to the coffee on the apple pie?
That does sound good though. It really does sound good.
Yeah, it does. I've never tried it because I'm not a big fan of coffee ice cream.
I'm not hating that idea at all.
Stacy says peanut butter ice cream with peanut butter cups. You would get along great with my husband.
Yeah, I like that too.
He lives in a peanut butter world.
I like peanut butter too, though.
So,
but Reese Cups are my favorite candy, and I guess that's probably why, like, when I go to Dairy Queen or something. Oh, by the way, I'm using espresso on here. When I go to Dairy Queen or something, that's why I always get the Reese Cup Blizzard. But I love chocolate ice cream instead of vanilla with it.
Barbara says chocolate ice cream with chocolate sprinkles. Can't go wrong with
No, absolutely not.
Sharon Schott says butter pecan. I like butter pecan every once in a while. Every once in a while, I'll get a hankering for it. You know.
Oh, my husband loves it. It's his favorite. Like if I buy that, he can't stay out of it.
No, I think the thing for me is like you have to find the right brand.
Yes.
Some butter pecan is like, if this makes sense, too buttery. I don't know if that's the right term.
Less pecan.
Less pecan.
Yeah.
And I like a good balance on my butter pecan.
So I wonder if it's like the cheaper butter pecans are more buttery because it doesn't cost as much. Butter is cheaper than the pecans. I don't know.
Marion Eversole, how long are gifts good for? What are you talking gift cards? If you're talking gift cards, they don't have an expiration, if that's what you're talking about. She says her favorite is mint chocolate chip.
Okay, I don't hate that. I like mint chocolate chip.
And it has to be the green mint chocolate chip because the white mint chocolate chip doesn't do it for me. I
don't know if I've ever had white mint chocolate.
I can't remember where it was, but they gave me white mint chocolate chip and I didn't like it. Terry says at Dairy Queen always get chocolate dip cone. Yeah.
Okay, but I also like, I keep saying all these things that I like and I don't even eat ice cream that much. But
it's not that you hate ice cream.
It's not. It's just not my favorite.
You're not like, oh, I need ice cream.
Yeah. So I also like a crunch cone from Dairy Queen.
Yes.
So that's always good too. If you want like because I'm like a crunchy girl.
Is that the thing that's in the birthday cakes? The crunch?
No, that's like a fudgy stuff.
I don't know what
the
that
crunch
is. That
stuff.
sounds amazing.
The crunch stuff is like
Nestle Crunch?
No,
oh.
It's like it's got sprinkles in it, and it also has like it's like a light brown crunch. That's yeah. They just roll it like they have a machine that it like spins and it drops the crunch onto the ice cream cone. Yeah.
Susan said she never met an ice cream she didn't like.
Susan.
There you go.
I love it. I love the honesty, girl. I love it. Stick with that. Okay, so because I worked at Dairy Queen, I understand how an ice cream cone is supposed to look, guys. Right? We got
see, who'd have thought
who would have thought
jobs of our youth would
come back
in the future.
In another life. What's what Lindsey and I always say around there. In another life, I did this.
In another life, Jen worked at a Dairy Queen.
I did.
And I worked at a toy store.
For a long time, guys. I worked there in high school and when I would come home on the college, like from college in the summers, they would let me come home and work. If I were home for like a long weekend or even just a weekend and I would let them know in advance, they would put me on the schedule so I could get some money to go back to school.
I mean, it wouldn't be that bad.
No, it wasn't. Look, my little swirls on there. Look how adorable those are.
So Sue says, my favorite is Ben & Jerry American Dream. It is vanilla with fudge, caramel, and pieces of waffle cone. I've seen that in the store.
Okay, since we're talking ice cream, let's switch a little bit. Not like hardcore switch, but like let's switch just a little bit. How do we feel about frozen yogurt?
Froyo.
How do we feel about it?
I'll eat it.
You like frozen yogurt?
Yeah, I've never turned it down.
I like it too, and I don't eat it that often. My husband likes it, so because he's always on.
Remember back in the day, TCBY?
Yes, I do. I went there a lot in college.
Yeah, we had one.
Okay, so I'm also using a little espresso on my hello. But yeah, so my husband and I will sometimes go get frozen yogurt because he loves a sweet, but he tries to be on the healthier side of sweets. So like sometimes he'll say, let's go get Menchie's, which is the frozen yogurt place in Dublin here, and he loves it. So we'll go there, and I like that you can try all of them before you choose your kind that you love. But I always put the cone pieces on mine.
So Terry says, I hate yogurt of any kind, regular or frozen. I think there's a definite distinction between frozen and normal yogurt.
Yes, 100%.
Like to me, frozen yogurt, I always just think of it as soft serve ice cream. That to me,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't.
Like your mindset is.
Yeah, it's just as ice cream.
Yeah.
Like, because to me, it doesn't taste like yogurt.
But you also don't like Greek yogurt, but
I do not like.
But she eats like
I'm trying.
French yogurt. You eat French yogurt or whatever that one is.
Yeah,
Yeah, what is that? Is it French?
Thick.
Is it
yeah,
French?
It's French. It's
yeah,
French
you like
yogurt.
that,
It's thick.
But she doesn't like Greek because she says it's too thick for her.
No, it's not. It's thick. It's a texture.
It's a texture. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So Greek yogurt, I always think, I don't know why, it feels gritty to me. French yogurt is just thick.
Yeah.
It makes
it
makes sense in my mind.
Well,
it doesn't
it's
make
okay.
sense in Jen's mind, but
No,
it makes sense in my mind.
I'm not picking by any means. Don't get me wrong. I'm just like everybody has their things, right?
Yeah.
I can eat any kind of yogurt.
But
I never ate yogurt as a kid.
But I'm telling you, if you make it to Paris one day, just go get some like French Yoplait and you'll understand.
French Yoplait. Okay.
Nectarine flavor was my favorite. When
Nectarine flavor.
Nectarine flavored French yogurt. It was my favorite.
Okay. I will try it.
Oh,
that looks good. I like that. Okay.
All this talk.
Look at all this picking we're
ice
doing.
cream makes me want to go get ice cream.
We're gonna be door dashing ice cream.
Lindsay's going to Dairy Queen on her way home.
Okay. Because I have my cherry here, I'm going to do deep burgundy on it. Because I've got tree red, and I love tree red. It's such a pretty color. So bright. Perfect patriotic color, too, if you're looking for a patriotic red.
Yeah, that's true, Terry. Everyone likes some things. I have tried several brands of frozen and I just don't like it.
No worries about that.
Yeah, no worries. I never understood the difference, I guess, because we used to get froyo all the time when I was growing up, and I'm just like, I never understood. I just thought it was soft serve ice cream.
Right.
But yeah, I get that.
And I think, like I said, when I was growing up, nobody in our house ate yogurt, so I never had yogurt. I never drank or ate it as a kid. But then when I started dating Brad, he ate a lot of yogurt, so I just started eating it because of that. Another thing I never had until I was married to dating my husband, I should say, was Chinese food and crab legs. And I should say seafood. We had like fried fish, but not like fresh fish.
I never had authentic Mexican food until I went to college.
Really?
Yeah. So.
Well, I guess I didn't either.
Now I won't turn it down.
No, I didn't either. Now that you say that, because
Yeah.
my dad didn't like Mexican food. My mom
didn't like it. I mean, the closest we got was Taco Bell, and let's be honest.
We didn't even have that.
Let's be honest about Taco Bell. It's not Mexican.
It's not Mexican food. It is not. Okay, so I've got my cherry done. Oh, look how cute this is. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so the other thing I want to do is, shoot, I've got fawn here. I'm going to go around the outside of my piece with fawn. Because I think it's just a shade darker than antique white, but I like to finish off that piece. And I do have a Big Mama Jamma brush for this one.
That's what we're calling it now.
Big Mama Jamma. So I can go and be done. So 3/4 inch angle is what I have here. And you're probably not going to be able to see this right away because it takes it a minute to show up. But you'll see that little texture on the outside here. This almost has to dry for you to see it. Because I did it on something, what is that? Eyelash maybe? I did it on something a while ago, and then I was like, oh, you can't even see that. And then once it dried, I was like, oh, yeah, you can. So let's get this on there.
Oh, Navinity says hello.
Hi, Navinity. All right, I'm gonna keep pulling this around.
I wonder if we could DoorDash Dairy Queen.
Is Dairy Queen even open yet?
Yeah, our Dairy Queen's open. It opened at like the end of March.
Okay.
They serve lunch there, so they should be.
I mean,
I'm just wondering if
do they have a pumpkin pie blizzard?
I mean, let's be honest. I know people that run it.
That's
so.
what I'm saying. As long as they got the stuff. As long as they got the stuff, they can make it for me.
She probably doesn't.
I doubt it, because
I
you
don't
wouldn't
even
be
know
that
if they're on
big.
DoorDash.
Probably not.
We can get McDonald's ice cream.
You have to think, though, with the ice cream, like the travel time for that.
Yeah.
Might be nasty.
My friends that live down in Dayton, they can get it
Can
on
they?
their DoorDash. It just depends. Oh,
Uh-oh. Oh, it's available.
it's the Springfield one though. It's not the
okay.
Urbana one.
Okay. Well, that would be melty by the time we got here.
Yeah.
I mean,
Ice cream
Springfield's not far from us, but like DoorDash-wise.
soup. Ice cream soup, anybody?
Yeah, seriously. Okay, can you see it on there? Can you see it on the camera?
Yeah, I can see
Okay. Yeah, see what I mean? Like you can't really see it here, but once it dries, you can definitely see it. So I like that. It kind of softens up those edges. And it also kind of brings that toasted color in that we used on the other side. Okay, so let me see here. So I've got my ice cream cone here. Actually, I think I am going to. What are you laughing at?
No, that's okay, Marianne. She says, do you want me to bring you some? No, that's okay.
Oh, that's sweet of you.
Thank you, though.
All right, so I've got a burnt umber here. Let me try something here. So I know, see, where does that hit? Does it hit the top or the bottom? So it hits the bottom of the line. Am I on camera?
Yeah.
Okay, hits the bottom of the line. So if I go under, let's see if I can do this. Let's see if I can do it without messing it up. I mean, you're not gonna mess it up. It's burnt umber, so. I just don't know. Let's see here. And I could draw a line, but you know, why would I do that? Why would I make life easy on myself, guys?
Yeah, why would you do that?
Why would I do that? So this will kind of give us that shade around the cone then. See if it'll show up. It might not show up even. It might just be blending in with the cone itself. Let that sit for a minute. Let that dry. Let's see. Was there anything else we needed to do? We could dry brush a little.
I think you should dry brush, my opinion.
Yeah.
On the chair, yeah.
Great minds.
Yeah.
Great minds.
Like a shiny spot.
Yep. That's what I'm thinking too, Lindsay. Okay, I've got my number 6 spectacular, diverse.
Spectacular. Device.
Spectacular. It is spectacular. I'm going to use light buttermilk for this because I don't really have white and I want it to kind of show up.
Marianne said, I can drive one-handed and on pain pills for my girls.
Oh, bless her heart.
God love you, Marianne.
That's sweet of you, girl.
Yeah.
We appreciate that.
I don't need the ice cream. I'm not supposed to be eating stuff like that anyway, so.
No, we're supposed to be behaved.
Yeah.
Supposed to be.
Oh, look at that. You made my vision come to life.
Yay! I'm so glad I can make you happy today, Lindsay. She's not telling me to put eyeballs on stuff. I'm okay, right?
Is there an animal on there?
There's no animal.
Yeah, see.
There's no animal.
I could have said, hey, can you put eyeballs on the chair?
Can I give him some googly eyes, please? Okay. Now we're just gonna do.
Now, if you're wondering why Jen just touched that to your hands,
Yeah.
her hands, that's what we do to make sure we've got enough paint out of the brush. That's what Chris showed us to do.
Yep.
Paint does come off because we know some people from like going to classes and seminars with Chris, some people do not like to get paint on their hands.
Yeah.
That's how we were taught with dry brushing. Is you wipe off the excess on the paper towel and then to make sure you've got enough out, you rub it on your hand.
And
So-
honestly, like you can't even see it on my finger.
Yeah, so
But yeah,
that's what she really is rubbing it on her hand.
I really am. Yeah. It's just, I don't know. That's just
we
how I
were
was
taught.
taught. So
Yeah.
that's how I keep doing it. So just dip it, rub it out, and then test your finger. Yep. And then let's just do a quick little. The magic of a dry brush, like literally the magic. I never in my life would have been like, oh, I can do that. I've learned so much painting in here with you guys. And I have also learned the best thing to do with dry brushing is multiple layers. So like move on and go back.
Build it up.
Yep, build up those layers. See that? Too much paint. Too much paint. I'm trying to go too fast. But this is kind of going to give you that melted look, I think. In my mind, at least, that's what I think I'm doing.
It's melty.
It's melty snow. Or snow. Ice cream. It's melty ice cream.
Stacy said it's a great tip.
I love
Yeah.
it. It's so cool. You can't even really see that burnt umber, but that's okay. I'm not mad about that.
We know it's there.
We know it's there. Okay, so I've got my ice cream cone. Let's start building it back up. So I've got my ice cream cone here. And this does hang off of the surface just a little bit, guys. So like when you go to put it together, I just start with my layers and then start pushing it down a little bit till I make sure I got all my layers on my board.
And one thing I might add, like with one like this that's supposed to hang off the bottom of the board, when we package these, we do our best to keep the pieces on the circle background.
Yep.
That way pieces don't get broken.
For the safety of your
It's for the safety of your piece during the shipping. If you ever want to know how to put it together, the pictures are always on the website, of course. Okay, Linda just gave me a tip. But anyway, but that's why, like, if you get these and they look a hot mess, that's why, because we want to make sure it gets safely to you. So this one is one of those, especially that the top of it, when I package it, I always turn it
sideways,
right,
yeah.
And then get everything up. So Linda says, quick float where the stem enters the cherry, paint towards the bottom at the stem and go a bit past the stem, curving like the bottom of the cherry.
Say that again.
Quick float where the stem enters the cherry.
Here?
Yes.
Okay. With what color?
Probably the deep
burgundy?
maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. I'm guessing. We'll wait till her confirm that. And go a bit past the stem, curving like the bottom of the cherry. Yeah, so it's gonna look like the divot. She said it's gonna, and she's like trying to explain. I'm trying to explain it with my fingers and it didn't come out right.
It did not. Okay.
P.S. I'm supposed to be sending an order. I'm being distracted. Yes, Linda, you're supposed to be sending me an order
Like,
that I'm
okay.
supposed to ship today. And we're running out of time.
I'm trying to think how to do this.
Okay. Where the stem enters the cherry.
Right here?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Along, paint towards the bottom at the stem and go a bit past the stem. Yes, you're shading color.
Okay, so past the stem. Oh, I know what she means, like so, right? So it looks like it has that little
Like the crease.
crease.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I was talking about. The crease.
Okay.
I just couldn't remember that
You
word.
said divot, and
Well,
so
like the
no,
divot,
I know what
like
you're
the
saying. I know what you're
crease.
saying now. Okay, I know what you're saying now.
I used the wrong word.
Okay, I got you, Linda. I got you.
As soon as you're done, I'll send. Okay, I'll do my best to get it out today because
Yeah,
yeah, it's kind of
close.
close.
Okay. Oh, I think I may have messed that up, Linda. Not the cherry, but like what you were trying to tell me to do. I don't know if I did that right.
I see it.
You see it? I don't know if it's right though. If that looks like an actual, like the crease. Probably should have been, I know what I did wrong, Linda. I know exactly what I did wrong.
Okay, now Terry's saying do it on top of the stem and curve up.
Hang on a minute. I think I know what I did wrong. I think I need to come down, right? And around, because the crease is usually like towards the center of the stem. And then they're saying curve up.
Well, that's what Terry said. Paint down.
It's a good thing paint comes off, guys. Okay.
It's kind of hard to see on camera.
It is kind of hard to see on camera. I'm trying to think of how. Maybe if I go this way.
Tomorrow's fine. I just need you to not go away for the weekend. For those of you that don't know, I have to approve vacations with Linda O'Connell.
Linda, August. She's gone in August.
Yes, we were just talking about that today.
I said, make sure you warn Linda.
Yes, under the stem. So the stem is going into the cherry, is what Linda said. Under stem, like a smile. Someone said, like a smile.
I think I'm just moving the same paint around. You can definitely see the shading under the stem. Okay.
I mean,
Like a smile.
like a smile.
How far do I make that go?
Is that the way you mean, or do you mean like parallel to the bottom curvature of the stem?
I know, that's where, oh, that's true, Lindsay. It could go that way.
Hey, by the way, it's time to stand.
I know. Did you see it on my watch? You've been sitting for 15 minutes trying to get your butt moving. Okay. I think I know what you mean now, Lindsay.
Linda just sent me something on Messenger. Hold on.
Okay.
She sent me a picture.
Oh, how to do this?
Oh, yeah, here.
Let me see.
Don't you love Messenger?
Okay, let me see. She just literally drew that. Okay, hold on a minute.
Hey, I want you all to see this.
She literally was like, here, this is what you need to do, you idiot. What are you doing? I love it. Okay, so like so.
Linda's like, yes, I need all vacations approved.
Like so, Linda.
There you go.
Like
there.
so.
Yeah, there. Got it.
Got
Good.
it.
Yes.
Okay. Woo.
Yes.
Woo, baby. I should have moved it up closer to the stem.
So yeah, that's what everyone was saying.
Yeah.
But
I was not understanding.
We weren't computing that.
My brain, remember, I told you I have this allergy stuff going on. My brain was not computing that. I got you, Linda. I got you now. Up by the stem here. I got you. See, these are the things that I need help with. Okay. What else? Dry it and make sure it looks right. Sure.
See, neither of us were getting that.
I was not.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm not sure what they're wanting me to do.
I understood.
Like so?
Yeah.
Okay.
I understood the purpose.
I did too. I was just like,
But I
wait,
was like,
how do you make
I wasn't
the?
computing it.
Okay. All right. I think this looks pretty good. If I was going to do anything else.
Uh-oh.
I know. Okay. I've got my white Sharpie marker. If I'm going to do anything else.
That came in handy. She just literally drew it and sent it to us.
You know I love my little dotties. Yeah, it did. I love that. Keep that in mind next time, Linda, when we're asking questions and we don't know what the heck we're doing.
Glenda says it looks great.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I do want to note something, guys, about this chocolate piece here. Right here, do you see this like little hook? That scoops right into the bottom of the vanilla piece. You see that?
Hold it up.
Okay, see that here? See the little hook on the chocolate? You see it? See this little part here? They sandwich right together so that way you know because if you don't have that in there, it's like it won't line up right. See how it's not right? It's kind of off kilter. So it goes right into that little hook. See, and then you got that flush look right there.
You know what? This one would look cute, like red, white, and blue too.
Yeah, it would. 100% it would. Cute little pink bow here. Because we could pull this down. I don't think we have any pink ribbon, Lindsay. I need to get us some more.
We need to go hit the Dollar Tree.
Yeah, because everything I have is like basic.
Our Dollar Tree in town has nothing.
Yeah,
so
I'll have
Jen
to
has to go to her Dollar Tree.
I'll go to mine and see what I can find. But I think this turned out really cute. I really like it. Hope you guys like it too. The marker that I used is our Sharpie Creative markers. I love these things. And it comes in a bunch of different colors. You can get like black, white in one pack. And then they have a variety pack that has a bunch of different colors in it. I love that. I love them. Just for stuff like this, it's super cute. So that is the piece. If anybody has any questions, let me know. And if not, that's all.
And again, if you missed it, this is on sale for 1 week.
Yep, 1 week only. Go get it now.
$9.95. That's $3 off its normal retail.
Yep.
You don't need to put a coupon code in.
No, I already changed the price so you can get this guy. And then we will list all of the colors on the website underneath of the photo. So it'll be in there in bold. I think we showed you guys that last time.
Yeah.
But that's in there. I did want to mention something. Lindsay and I are going to be doing something tomorrow. I don't know if we're going to do it live or if we're going to record it. What do you think, Lindsay?
We haven't decided yet. We could do it live.
We could do it live.
Yeah.
We could do it live because it records to YouTube, right?
Yeah, it does.
And then you could share it to the Facebook page or whatever.
Yeah, we've had a lot of questions.
Yeah.
And
You want
comments.
to switch the camera?
Oh yeah.
So I'm not like just talking to air.
You don't want to talk to Eric?
No.
Okay. We've had a lot of comments and feedback about our website being a little difficult to shop.
Yeah.
So now that we have the power to share the screen, we're going to kind of do a quick tutorial.
Yeah, on how to use our website.
Tips on how to use our website.
Where to find things.
It's a very user-friendly website. It's just learning like the little nuances. So.
I think once you know how to do it, it'll make your life a lot easier. Like Lindsay and I have no problem, but we do it every single day. If you guys don't do it a lot like us, then there are things that you wouldn't maybe think. So we're going to show you some of that stuff tomorrow. So Lindsay and I will be here at 1 o'clock again tomorrow, Lindsay?
Sure.
1 o'clock sounds like a good time. So tomorrow we'll be here at 1 o'clock and we will show you, we're going to walk through our website. We're going to show you where to find things. We're going to show you how to search on the website. We're going to talk to you about kind of all the things that are there and how to get the most use out of our website and least amount of possible. Yeah. I know we had a lot of things about like I search and I can't find things. So we're going to show you some ideas on that as well. We're going to show you how to use how to find some of the other pictures that we have on there. So if yours is surface and you're like, I have this, but I don't love this surface or this pattern, but I want to make this pattern. So we're going to show you some of that kind of stuff. So if you're around tomorrow at 1 o'clock, join us. We will be on Facebook. Are we going to do it on Facebook and YouTube, Lindsay, or just YouTube?
We'll do it because Facebook doesn't keep the videos anymore.
Right. So we'll go live on Facebook and on YouTube, and then we will work on that. We'll do it, which shouldn't be long. I would say no more than a half an hour.
Yeah, it'll be a half an hour. But basically, we're just going to show you I'm going to do the mouse movement. Jen's going to talk us through it. But it's a lot of people do comment that it's a little hard to maneuver through it, and
we don't want you guys to get frustrated.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
And you can always call too. Yeah. You'll call and talk to me most of the time. I'm happy to take an order over the phone or help over the phone. It's never a problem. Some of the problems stem, like one of the biggest problems we have is people not being able to find a plaque, but they have the wrong name for it.
Right.
And like for instance, one right now that's being used for a seminar that's coming up for a teacher. The teacher calls it an arched sign.
Yeah. We call it a tavern plaque.
We call it a tavern sign. So, it's things like that. We can't control that because we don't know what everyone calls everything. But what we can help you do is search, and
how to find
things are broken down, how the menus are broken down, and things like that.
So if you have questions about the website, join us tomorrow at 1. Lindsay and I will be here and we'll talk about all that kind of stuff. We can answer questions too, but we're just going to kind of do a walkthrough on how to do things, where to find things, I think is part of the biggest problem. So where to find things on our website, how to find things, how to search for things, and kind of how to use things. We can even do something with the automatic discount, Lindsay, where it goes so that we can show them how, if you add,
we can
add
show
something
people
and where to put coupon codes and things like that, and we can show you all of that tomorrow. So let us know. We'll be here tomorrow at 1 if you guys want to watch. If not, we will post the video on our website, I think is what we're going to do.
Yeah,
and it'll also
once
be
it's
on
done,
YouTube.
It'll be on YouTube, but we will embed it on our website on the FAQ page.
Yep.
So.
All right, so we will see you tomorrow, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me while I painted the Hello Sweet Summer ice cream plaque. We will get a photo of this and get it put on the website. We will also list all of those colors underneath so you guys can go back and reference that if you want to. All right, guys, have an amazing day, and we will see you tomorrow at 1. All right, bye-bye.